have gotten a hold of the Dean for Rural Medicine at the University of Missouri School of Medicine, Kathleen Quinn, to join us on the live line with good news. Hi, Kathleen.
Hi, good morning.
How are
Thanks
you?
for having me.
You're very welcome.
I'm good.
Awesome. So the release I got said you received a grant, correct?
Correct.
Okay. What does this grant do?
Well, the grant is from HRSA, which is the Health Resources Service Administration out of D.C. Mm-hmm. There were 12 schools that were invited to apply, and 5 were awarded. And the grant is to address the physician shortages. And for our grant, we have 3 goals. We're going to develop and implement education and training curricula to teach broad skill sets to the students for primary care and rural practice, because without a lot of specialists in rural communities, physicians have to have very broad-based practice. The second goal is to develop interprofessional team-based program curriculum. So our students, not only at medical school, but at the pharmacy school, nursing school, and health profession school, will learn to work together in a more efficient manner, again, to provide quality care in rural communities. And then finally, we want to increase the capacity of faculty who teach our students in the rural communities so they are more able to pass along their knowledge and skills, so when they are recruiting their partner or their replacement, the students are prepared for that broad-based practice.
Nice. And so this is really good news for rural America.
Very good news, because you don't want physicians to go to these rural communities and then feel unprepared and immediately leave and go back to an urban community. You want them to be prepared and comfortable, again, with the difficulties and the challenges of those broad-based practices.
All right. So how much was the grant? What did you get?
The grant was $4.3 million, and it's for 4 years. And we got a complimentary grant as well about a month ago from HRSA as well that will help us with rural residencies. Because another problem that we have, Fawn, is that students, we don't have enough residency programs in rural communities. So if students go to med school for 4 years and then go to an urban residency, which is their more specialty training, mm-hmm. or leave the state to go to residency programs because we don't have enough in Missouri, then they don't come back.
Right.
So that complimentary grant will help us establish more residencies in rural Missouri as well.
Nice. Okay, so do you have to divvy it up any certain way, or does it all go into one lump and you use it where you need it? What are the rules?
Well, they are 2 separate grants. So the one grant will strictly be to establish residency programs in Missouri. We're going to start off in Sedalia and then hopefully establish a few more over the course of that grant. And then the $4.3 million grant, that is going to benefit the state all over. We have 9 partner hospitals statewide, and all of those hospitals are going to be helping us train students. And even broader than that, all of the faculty, not only physicians, but also pharmacists, nurses, they will benefit from, for example, a statewide conference that we're going to be holding in collaboration with the Missouri Rural Health Association to not only teach professionals to teach the students in their discipline, but also about quality improvement and practice transformation, because there's always so many changes in the health field. So it will benefit statewide.
Well, and I don't know how many, and I'm not even going to lie and pretend that I know, but I don't know how many medical schools there are across the country, but I know you all pump out a lot of doctors, right?
Right. We have 6 medical schools in Missouri, and we have about 1,129 students annually. So that's a lot, mm-hmm. but we only have about a little over 700 residency programs. So we're exporting about 400 students a year, which is unfortunate, which is why we need more residency programs.
Right, right. And this should really be a shot in the arm. You have to feel so fortunate to have been chosen. You must be doing something right, you know?
Well, I hope so. I've been in this business for about 20 years, and I'm extremely passionate about access to equality care in the smaller towns. And I do want to give a accolade to St. Francis and Cape. They're one of our sites, and Dr. Sides is our medical director. Dr. Deemer is the CEO, and Jill Legrand helps on the day-to-day stuff with our students. And the students that go there are super happy, and they're getting such quality training, understanding again what it's like to be in a smaller town. Cape isn't the smallest town that we work with, but the patients that come from the smaller communities really help our students learn. And we couldn't do this grant without our community partnerships.
Right. Right. In Cape, we have large medical facilities here, and that is a benefit to rural areas that are within driving distance, as opposed to some areas of the country where they just aren't. So, this is a huge boon for you, having been chosen just 1 out of 5 who are going to get this year. So kudos to you all, and this is awesome. It's a great accomplishment for you.
Right. And we do recruit students we pre-admit students from rural communities. So I want your listeners to know, if they're from a smaller community, we do pre-admit those students into our School of Medicine through our Rural Track Pipeline program, and we help prepare them for medical school. This program's been going on for 25 years.
Awesome.
And then we train them in rural communities. And whereas 18% of physicians practice in rural Missouri, the students that we pre-admit that are more likely to return to those communities, about 50% of those students end up in rural Missouri, and 70 stay in Missouri, 70%. So if any of your listeners are interested in medical school that are from rural communities and are interested in going back, we'd be interested in talking with them.
Nice. So how do they get a hold of you?
They can just call me at 573-884-2024, or if they go to the School of Medicine website, we're under the Rural Track Pipeline program.
Awesome. So important for rural Missouri and other areas like us across the nation who are getting a bump in the arm a little bit to help train rural doctors and then keep them there. Kathleen Quinn is the Dean for Rural Medicine at the University of Missouri School of Medicine, joining us this morning. Thank you so much, Kathleen.
Thank you. Have a good week, Vaughn.
You too. Bye-bye now.
Bye.